What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another full day of eating without tracking of my photo shoot prep vlog cut. I don't know what I'm saying here. It's just a bunch of words that I spew together to try to introduce the video, so I hope that's cool with you. As most of you guys who have been following me for quite some time know, I am cutting to prep for my photo shoot that's coming up in the middle of May. This video that you're about to watch is at 5 weeks out, at which point I've been cutting for about 11 weeks. As you guys know, for the last couple of weeks I've been integrating a day of just not tracking macros, trying to eat more intuitively just to kind of learn how to trust myself with days that I'm not going to be able to necessarily track macros, learn to be able to live without necessarily feeling like I need to indulge in absolutely everything and feel like I need to overeat or go crazy when I'm not tracking macros. So each week I am incorporating a day of not tracking my meals just to learn that trust again and to learn how to live life without tracking macros. Last week you guys watched me go to an Indian buffet by myself, really trying to challenge myself to savor the food and enjoy the experience but not feel the need to necessarily overeat just because I'm not tracking. This week I did make plans. We went to a little pre-birthday dinner with my family and my boyfriend. Now this week's challenge for myself was going out to eat somewhere in a group setting. Because in a group setting people are much more likely to actually overeat. You're eating while you're distracted. You're not really paying attention necessarily to how full you are. People are much more likely to end up overeating just because they don't really pay as much attention to their food because they're socializing and talking, and you don't really give your brain or your body enough time to process that you've eaten, that you're full, that you're satisfied. So a lot of people end up finding themselves, you know, eating and talking and enjoying the meal, and then all of a sudden they feel really, really full. So that was kind of my challenge, was to kind of avoid that. Let me know if you guys like this style of video. I know it's not necessarily tracking macros for the day, but I do think it's helpful to both people who are counting macros and to people who aren't counting macros, especially because I know a lot of people who track macros and practice flexible dieting. A lot of times when they have days that they don't track, they feel very out of control for those days and they tend to overeat and really kind of be afraid of situations in which they can't track their macros. So hopefully my experience with this will help you guys out, even if I'm not necessarily writing the macros on the screen, which I don't think is the most exciting part of the videos anyway. So yeah, let me know if you like these kinds of videos and just in general what kind of videos you'd like to see from this channel, any topics that you'd like for me to cover. And also I'm going to show you the full day kind of leading up to dinner as well, just so that you can kind of get a sense of what my plan surrounding that dinner was, if I played it by ear, what I did. You guys get to find all that stuff out in the next few minutes here. And so without further ado, let's get started. Good morning, guys. It is Friday. Today I have another day of non-tracking and testing out my intuitive eating skills. It is about 11 o'clock in the morning. I took a couple of hours to just kind of get settled in and start taking care of a few chores, doing some laundry, taking some progress pics, etc., etc. So it's taken me a while to get around and get started on my day, so I am moderately hungry. I was trying to be very deliberate when I was choosing what I wanted to eat, and I knew for sure that I wanted something really sweet and kind of creamy. And yesterday I had cream of wheat and that really hit the spot for me, so I knew I wanted to have that for sure. I was also, while I was trying to figure out what it is that I want to eat, I was trying to figure out what kind of protein I wanted to add to my meal, and just nothing really sounded particularly appealing. Just anything. I was thinking of maybe I'll make some scrambled eggs, maybe I'll make some scrambled egg whites, or have some Morningstar breakfast veggie patties, but then none of that really sounded appealing, and it just, when I imagined putting that into my mouth and trying to eat it, it just didn't seem like a very pleasant experience. And that's one of the things that's really weird to me, is eating just a carb or just a protein. Like, I feel like I need to be very balanced in every one of my meals. And I was kind of trying to force myself to eat some sort of protein because I know that's kind of conventionally what I've done before, and I know that it is important to get protein in myself. Also because I know later on today my boyfriend, or basically my family, is going to be going to Old Country Buffet, which is one of my favorite places. So I guess I was trying to fill up on protein, but now that I think about it, it seems kind of silly to try to force myself to eat something that I'm not going to really enjoy just to try to get that protein in. It's basically putting in extra calories, even though I'm going to be getting those calories later on in the day, and I'm going to be able to actually enjoy them more and have more variety of different proteins to pick from. So basically what I'm saying is that when I was choosing my breakfast today, you'll notice it's basically all carbs and a little bit of fat, which is really uncomfortable for me. It's not something that I normally do because I have protein with every single meal no matter what. But I figured, you know what, I'm going to be eating intuitively throughout the day. Maybe later I will be craving some chicken, or I'll crave some turkey or tuna or whatever it may be, or eggs. So why waste my calories and my food and my appetite on that now if I'm going to be able to have it later and enjoy it more and be able to really fill up instead of just feeling like I am eating it out of obligation. So anyway, what I did is I did measure out a serving of the cream of wheat, just for the sake of being able to cook it according to instructions. I used about a 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk, a 1/2 cup of water, microwave that with a little bit of sweetener, and on the side I'm going to have a little container of this little shredded coconut thing that I picked up from the cafeteria downstairs, and it tasted pretty good, and it's something that I want, so that's what my breakfast is going to be today. It's kind of weird, but it will work for me, and then we'll see how the day progresses and whether or not the fact that I just had carbs is going to make me want proteins or fats later on in the day, so we'll see. Alright guys, so up next it's around 1:40 p.m. I am about to head to the gym with the Cookie Panda. We are going to train all sorts of things. Today's kind of my weird day. I have heavy bench, deadlifts, and then some upper body stuff as well, but it's going to be a longer day at the gym, and we're going to do a 30-minute session of cardio afterwards, so I'm going to be catching up on all my YouTube video watching. I was originally planning on having a Quest bar before I hit the gym because I wanted to get some protein in, and I know I'm not going to be eating any fiber at Old Country Buffet. I'm not going to go there and eat from the salad bar. That is not my plan. So I wanted to get some fiber in, but I just didn't really feel like eating that, and what I was craving was a toasted, like a toasted breakfast sandwich, which I probably should have been craving before, but whatever. So I did go ahead and make a little breakfast sandwich. I omitted the meats because I just didn't really feel like eating meat. I just kind of wanted something cheesy, something kind of crispy, and that is what I'm going to have as my pre-workout. Usually I like to have some sort of protein bar before my actual workout, so I'll have a Premier protein bar. Sometimes I'll have a Quest bar, but I don't eat them super often just because they are a little bit more expensive. Alrighty guys, I just got back from the gym with the Cookie Panda. It's about 5 o'clock. I need to head out at about 5:45 to take the bus to meet up with my family so that we can go to Old Country Buffet. I have not yet showered, and I'm a little bit hungry. My tummy's a little bit empty, so I'm going to have, real quick, a post-workout protein shake just to get some, what is it called, protein in. This is Cellucor, just the chocolate flavor, in a cup of almond milk, and I added a little bit of Walden Farms chocolate syrup to it because I like mine extra syrupy, extra chocolatey. And then I'm also going to have half of a Quest s'mores bar, just half, because I want to get a little bit of fiber in and I want to have something actually substantial to actually feel like I ate a little bit just to hold me over before we get to the buffet. That way I'm not super ravished when we actually get there. Ravenous. Ravenous was the word I was going for there. Not ravished, ravenous. And that way I'm making good choices based on what do I actually want versus I'm just going to eat everything because I haven't eaten since 1. So that is what I'm having, and I will see you guys most likely later in the buffet in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But first we have to get some footage of the beautiful sunshine because Seattle is never sunny. We never get this kind of beautiful natural lighting and actual rays of sun. It's like 6:45, 7. We were stuck in some traffic. We are both pretty hungry, pretty hangry, standing outside of Old Country Buffet, getting ready to go in, getting pretty hungry. I mean, we're hungry, but on the bright side, no one's been ravished yet. And I will show you guys some footage of the food, but I'm not going to vlog while we're inside because, as always, I like to just be able to enjoy my food as I'm eating it, but I will hopefully get some footage for you guys. You know me, I'll get footage for you guys, unless someone like kicks me out or something. We got some beef, some popcorn chicken, some fried okra just to try, slice of cheese pizza, some stuffing, pudding, piece of fish, some mandarin chicken, some barbecue beans. This guy, he's the big eater in the family. So here's some of the leftovers from my first plate. I'm trying to really be picky about what I eat. If I don't like it, I try not to eat it. If I like it, I try to savor it as much as possible. And here's the next plate of food I got. Really trying to be picky about figuring out what my body's craving. Bread roll, more jumbo shrimp, that was pretty good. Some of that mandarin chicken, another little chicken strip and some Mexican rice. So that was the next plate of food I got. I was really trying to be picky about figuring out what my body was craving, not just loading my plate out with everything in sight. As you guys can see, I did end up craving protein a lot. I ended up eating a lot of mandarin chicken, fish, popcorn shrimp. I mean, of course they all have carbs and fats in them, but I thought it was interesting that I did end up craving meat and seafood more than bread, starch, and potatoes. I'm really learning to trust my body to know what it wants, to fuel itself at the moment. But don't worry, I ended up getting plenty of carbs and fats for dessert. Here's some dessert porn for you guys. I got some warm chocolate cake with ice cream and sprinkles on top, as well as some bread pudding, a little bit of cookie and brownie. I didn't really end up finishing those. I did end up overeating, and yes, I ended up feeling pretty stuffed, more so than I had wanted to. It was definitely harder to stay in tune with my body and kind of with my taste buds and my fullness levels because I was distracted by other people around me. But you know what? This is a learning experience for me. I get better each time. I learn something new about myself each time, and then just apply it to the rest of my life. Alright guys, enough of that serious talk. Let's harass my boyfriend. What's for dessert? What's your dessert?
Enjoy, yeah. That was dessert. You ate it for me.
He eats his chicken noodle soup last, after everything, after dessert. We're food soulmates. What is this? Are you at the vegetable line? What are you getting? Mexican rice. Oh, you're such a weird kid. He's the weirdest eater in the world. He goes in and he gets his like regular plates of stuff, usually chicken fingers, like the chicken fries, chicken strips. He gets chicken strips and french fries and gets like 3 plates of that, and then he gets a bunch of the meat that they cut up with the butcher, and then he gets his dessert. I love you. It is a system. It really is. So he gets that. You know what we're not getting? You know what we did not get at all? Vegetables. Ain't nobody got time for that. So he'll have his chicken strips and he'll have his french fries and he'll have his like 3 plates of meat. Like he will go back. He has about 7 plates that he goes through. He'll have about 6. I'm vlogging. So he'll have his chicken strips and french fries, and then he'll have like 3 or 4 plates of like the beef that they butcher with a lot of gravy, brown gravy, not white gravy. And then he will also have. What did you have after that? He went to go get his desserts because there's like this huge influx of high school students here, and he was really worried that he would there wouldn't be any dessert left, which there kind of is. But so he went to get a bunch of desserts, had that, and then went back for more meat and more gravy. And now he is on to, you guys just saw his chicken noodle soup, and now he's moving on to Mexican food. This is my boyfriend who eats 10 cookies a day. What's your weigh-in? 162 pounds at 5'9", right?
In the summertime,
Oh, that's my swole mate, guys. I love you.
I come from a beautiful part of California.
Alright you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that full day of intuitive eating. Yes, I ate a little bit too much, but you know what? I'm a human being. I'm keeping transparent with you guys, and I'm learning from it. I'm not just beating myself up about it and then restricting myself for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm gonna overeat sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna eat out of emotion sometimes. Things are gonna happen. I'm a human being. I'm learning to trust myself. Part of trusting myself is seeing myself make some mistakes and learning from those mistakes, moving on the next day, not beating myself up about it. So yeah, it wasn't perfect, and frankly I wasn't really expecting it to be. It was a learning moment. The next day I woke up, I didn't beat myself up about it. I continued as normal. So if you ever slip up or if you ever overeat, it's okay. You're a human being. Just learn from it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't call yourself a bad person. Don't shame yourself into never trusting yourself again. You want to build a positive relationship with your own body, with your own mind, with yourself. So allow yourself to make those mistakes, but also allow yourself to observe and grow from them. And that's what this is really about for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought, what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future, what you'd like me to talk about, because I'm all yours. If you liked the video, please hit that like button for me. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so we can grow the channel as much as possible and you can stay up to date. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, don't stop growing. Ravenous, 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 ravenous.